Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a great day. Today, Ford has finally revealed the interior for the all-new Mustang GTD, and we've done a lot of Mustang GTD update videos, and you guys seem to love them, so we got to keep throwing out more. First off, looking at some of the features that this car has, they're very familiar to me, at least when I look at other Ford Mustangs and Shelbys that I've had in the past or have had the chance to test out. So if you recall back to about almost a year ago now, at Monterey Car Week, Ford unveiled the vehicle. I was at their private reveal in this really cool hotel alongside the water next to Pebble Beach. It was cool. Ford CEO Jim Farley was there, and also their professional racing drivers and their team to debut the car. Well, they didn't actually show what the interior looked like. It was fully tinted. The windows were fully tinted and blacked out, so you could not see it. And the following days, when we went to Laguna Seca or other locations where the Ford Mustang GTD was, such as the Quail, which is a really cool private gathering at the Quail Golf Course Lodge, the resort over there in Monterey. It's very nice. Every year they do an amazing job putting on a very luxurious event. I'll be there this year, guys, so stay tuned for content at this luxurious event. All the brands go. I mean, Pagani, Lamborghini, McLaren, everyone is there. And they're out there to show off their brand new models. Actually, last year when I was there, Porsche brought out their new GT4 RS and their new Spider RS for the 718, the Cayman platform. It's a really cool car. I've not driven that one yet actually. I got to get behind the wheel ASAP. I'll keep you guys posted on that. I'll work on that one next. Anyways, Ford brought the car out there, and we still could not see the interior. I then flew to Detroit, and I saw them have the vehicle during the Detroit Auto Show. I went to, let's say, Daytona Speedway for the first debut race for Mustang GT3. Again, you couldn't see the interior. The summary is, all this time, we haven't had an idea of what the interior looks like. But now, finally, Ford has decided to lower the windows, right? They lowered the windows down, actually, literally, as you can see with this photo right here. And they're showing us what we have inside. Right away, I gotta pause these thoughts. Pause your thoughts. Yes, those seats look identical to the GT350R seats I had back in 2016. Also, the Shelby GT500 carbon fiber track pack I had in 2020, and the GT500 handling pack for 2019. When I got that in like November of 2019 on Black Friday. I still remember the date. That was a fun time. I'm pretty shocked that the same seats, they look like the same seats they're back, but this time they have a GTD embroidery on the top. Otherwise though, it looks exactly the same as what you'd get out of Mustang GT. So on one end of the spectrum, it's definitely, they're living it up with having the Mustang name, the Mustang branding. Like, they're trying to make it as similar as possible with the interior because the dashboard looks the same as an S650 Mustang. The interior controls look almost the exact same, right? The same screens, except they have new displays on those screens, right? But the seats are the same. I honestly, preferably, if I'm really being honest here, guys, I wish they would have done something like the Ford GT, making everything bespoke. But if that would have increased the cost even more for them and would have increased the cost for us, I guess this is good. This is good. I like seeing the paddles, how they're this 3D printed titanium with hollowed out holes everywhere. They're saying it saves weight. I'm not sure how much weight are you really saving with hollowed out titanium paddle shifters versus the standard ones. Probably fractions, right? Maybe just skip out on lunch that day or drink one less bottled water. Anyways, it's cool. The design details are cool. You have all new special controls for the GTD to set up your, let's say, front end lift, and to dial in your suspension settings and also the track settings for the vehicle. They have the Mustang GTD on the actual interface screens. It seems like the interior of this car is still going to be, I would say, following suit with a full finished interior, with a wireless phone charger, right? Having tons of screens, really good and new standard displays that aren't dated. On a funny note, you do have a rotary gear selector, a rotary dial, which we first saw with the Ford Mustang GT500, then also going back to, I think, like the Ford Edge or just other Fords back in the day, because they started throwing that in and you got to spin the rotary gear selector to go into gear. I wish you can get full Alcantara for the interior. That would be really cool. I don't see an Alcantara steering wheel right now in this car. I hope you can put that in. I prefer having full Alcantara everywhere. Throughout the dashboard, again, it looks exactly the same as a standard Mustang, but then you have carbon fiber up top, which that looks like a nice touch to me. The center column where you have your cup holders, they're still here in the racing Ford Mustang GTD. It's not fully stripped out like the Ford GT was. The Ford GT was a very serious car. It was a very serious supercar, very serious track car, right? This obviously is an extremely serious track car and supercar, but it still has a lot of the amenities. There is one drawback though, and I really am crossing my fingers that Ford has been thinking about this. When you're putting in all this effort on having a carbon fiber body, all these carbon fiber panels, lightweight wheels, lightweight just everything when it comes to the body perspective, I hope with the interior, inside the car, they have done their best to lower the weight, because when weight is too high, it affects everything. And if they are putting all this effort for the outside and all these other components, all the vehicle, it would just not make much sense, in my opinion, for them to do the exact opposite when it comes to the inside of the car. Does that make sense? I hope it does. I'm curious. Let me know, what do you think in the comment section down below of this new interior for the Mustang GTD. Let me know your favorite part about it. Yeah, again, guys, I keep looking at these photos right here. So you do have carbon fiber on the steering wheel, on the center inserts around where the buttons are. You do have a racing mark on the top of the steering wheel itself. Carbon fiber around that rotary dial gear selector. I'm trying to look around in these photos. Are these cars numbered? I hope they are. I don't see an actual number anywhere, a plaque saying what build number you are. There are nice red accents on the steering wheel for the modes. I'm scrolling around. Yeah, guys, I don't see anywhere that tells you your build number, but I am a fan of looking backwards and seeing that massive screen or piece of glass overlooking the suspension system. It looks really unique, guys, and I think that's going to be one of the highlights for the interiors of these Ford Mustang GTDs. And Ford has also changed out the display configuration for the GTD. So here's an example right here of a rounded RPM gauge in the middle. So one final piece of news too, it seems like the European debut of the new GTD for people who want to send in their application is happening around the corner. So on June 13th, which is June 13th, 1 p.m. CET it says, so that's basically right now, guys, right now, people can apply for the Mustang GTD in Europe. So this car will be going global, it looks like, to the European market as well. What will the allocation split be, do you think, between the American cars and European cars? Will 70% of cars go to America and 30% go to Europe? Or will it be more evenly split? I'm not sure on that. If you know what the Ford GTs were, how many were sent abroad versus staying in America, let us know down below. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. It really does help me out. Subscribe for much more great content coming out your way. And while you do that, hit the notification bell so you're up to date with all the new episodes coming out when I post them. Stay tuned for the track and a lot of really cool vehicle tests coming out over the horizon. I'll see you in the next episode.